Life is a paradox on its own, as Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying that we are all dust from the stars. By the way, a really, really good book that I'm reading at the moment, and I keep going back and forth at it because it's a bit complex. It's called Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Just to recommend, if you are into finding out where we come from, then this is definitely the book to read. Other than that, let's go over 10 of the major life paradoxes. The growth paradox. It's always the same. It takes a while for the growth to happen, but when it happens, it just hits you. And there's no way of stopping it. And I've experienced it myself, and I've seen a lot of people who experience it. And it's all about consistency. And if you are actually putting your heart and mind to it, you will achieve whatever you actually desire. And once the growth hits, there's going to be no stopping it, but it's going to take a while. The build-up will take a while. The effort paradox. You have to put in the effort for something to appear effortlessly. Same thing comes to every time I'm looking at a beautiful couple dancing, I'm thinking, oh my God, it looks so effortless. And as I started learning dancing, and because I've been in the dancing community for such a long time, I realized that, and I've learned that myself, that all of that looks effortless because of the amount of time and work and hustle that couple put in to achieve that level of effortless. It looks very simple, but it takes a lot of work. It definitely does. The wisdom paradox, of course, Albert Einstein, the more I know, the more I feel, the more I realize that I don't know. I read somewhere that smart people are usually sad because they understand the real meaning of life, and they understand that there's nothing they can do to go against it, to fight it. And looking as my life unfolds, and I'm sure as your life unfolds, as you learn new things and you realize certain things, the way they work, the more you realize, the more like I should learn more, and I should know this, and I should learn this. It's impossible to learn everything, obviously, but I would say that with age, it definitely comes. You realize how little you know because you know so much. The speed paradox, you have to slow down to speed up. The slower you are, the less mistakes you are going to make as long as you're consistent. When I say slower, I don't mean be lazy. Just take your time at any task, then it's going to get that much faster when it needs to get faster. But at the beginning, you definitely should be very slow with your decisions, with your planning, with everything. The money paradox, you have to lose money to make money. Any big investor, anyone who achieved any kind of financial success will tell you that they did lose a lot of money and they did invest and lost, and it's a trial and error method. So yeah, you need to lose some money to make money. The news paradox. The more news you consume, the less informed you are. It's all propaganda. I never watch the news. Very rarely would I actually follow something. I do believe that anything important is gonna come up, but to watch news on a daily basis, no, definitely not my thing. As Nassim Taleb said once, more data leads to a higher noise to signal ratio. So you end up knowing less about what is actually going on. The failure paradox. In order to succeed, you need to fail. And again, it's a lifelong lesson. It definitely will build your character. And you know, the more you get punched in the face, the stronger jaw you have. The Tony Robbins paradox is self-awareness. That self-awareness will definitely bring you to a higher level, that you need to be very clear with who you are. No sugarcoating, no pink glasses, just actually see the reality of things will open up so much more about yourself. And by knowing all your downfalls, you are going to know that much more about all your positive qualities and what you can achieve and what you can do, as long as you are honest and open about who you are. Basically, it's be self-aware and act accordingly. The death paradox is, memento mori, and you have to live your life to the fullest to actually know that death is coming. There's no other way about it. I truly believe that in order to be present, be in the moment, you have to realize that it might be your last moment. The no paradox. Take on less to succeed in more things. Don't be afraid to say no. That doesn't mean if you have a window of time, you need to say yes to any kind of project coming your way. Sometimes the best way is to say no and to concentrate on what you have. Not sometimes, but most of the time. So learn to say no. The talking paradox. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You should really talk less and listen more. And obviously, we're all at fault when it comes to this habit, but I'm really teaching myself, and you should too, how to actually talk less. And some of the thoughts, some of the ideas, some of the comments should really just be kept to yourself. The fear paradox, the thing we fear the most is the thing that we really need to do. I don't mean take some kind of dangerous sport, but when it comes to self-growth, self-development, anything that you kind of are scared of doing to death, that's the thing you should do. In general, we should make it a habit to stay closer to our fears. You know, growth never happened in the same room with comfort. You need to be uncomfortable. You need to feel that fear in order to do something. The constant change paradox. Like Benjamin Franklin said, when you are finished changing, you are finished. So never stop, never make it a habit not to improve yourself and grow mentally, physically, emotionally. It's a great thing to do, and it's definitely going to benefit you in the long run. Start young. Other than that, thank you very much for following. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.